Grade 12, we're looking at Analytical Civil 4, and this Analytical refers to the site plan, which is stand 3 of a proposed housing unit in a security complex. And there's a table of questions that refers to the site plan here. So let's go and look at the different questions. How many signatures are required is question number 1. You go to that space over there and you will find that there are 2 signatures, one of the architect and one of the client. So that's going to be 2. Then we ask the question, who prepared the drawing? You go right down to this point over here and you will see that drawn by William. And of course William works for Underdot Architects. So in this case you can have both answers will be accepted. So I'm going to write William right here and / if I write on the dot architects, that would suffice as well. Okay, look at number 3. What is the scale? The scale is right down here, 1:800, just below the site plan. So I'm going to write it in the 1:800. Who checked the drawing? Go down to this area over here and you will find that the person by the name of Vernon checked it. So we're going to write Vernon's name in there. So that's Vernon. Who was responsible for the printing of the site plan? We go down to our title bar again. It's Nat or Nat Printers. So you can write there Nat Printers. They're responsible for printing. How many times have the drawing been revised? So we go to the revised table here and you will find there's nothing actually in the revised table, so that means 0 or none, or you can have not applicable. Alright, all those answers would be correct. When was the site surveyed? You are not going to find it here in the title bar, but you're going to find it right here on top where it speaks about the land surveyor's certificate. We're looking at the boundary lengths and the boundary heights. So that is what the surveyor basically provides, and you will find that the date is the 2015 05 06. So 2015 05 06. Alright. How many rotting eyes are shown on the site plan? If you look at the site plan itself and you scan, this is the sewer line. You will find 1 here. There's RE and there's nothing on that line there. So you follow it right around. There's only IEs, inspection eyes. There's another one, so it's 2. You follow it right around. You'll see there's another one over here, RE, so that's going to be 3 of them. So that's 3 rotting eyes. What does the abbreviation IC stand for? Without looking, it is inspection chamber. Okay, inspection chamber. If it was IE, it would have been inspection I. What color should the glass be on the detailed drawing? And that color of glass would be black. Name the feature at 1. So we're going to look at 1 here. There is a line that refers to number 1. That line is a contour line and it shows height above sea level. Contour line. And it shows height above sea level. Right? In what unit are the dimensions on the site plan? That unit is going to be millimeters. So you can write it out in full, or you can just write mm. On what must the new paving be laid? So we're going to look at the paving in the complex, and it will state the new paving laid on compacted hard core. So that's going to be compacted hard core. Okay. What type of fence is proposed for the complex? We go down here and we find that that would be the electric security fence, and we write that as the answer. Electric security fence. Okay. Electric security fence. Apologies for my handwriting. What is indicated by the arrow at 2? So we're going to look at 2. That refers to that arrow there, and that's on the boundary, so that must be a gate, right? That's going to be there, but the arrow shows the gate opening direction. Very important, not just the gate opening, but the gate opening direction. Emphasis on direction of the opening of the gate. Right. What would the residential development, why would the residential development not be allowed on the land immediately southwest of the stand 3? Now this is stand 3 as you see it here, so if you look at the direction symbol, that is north because it points to north, so that means south here. So that's west, that's east. So if you look at this here across, you're going to find that there's a word servitude written there. That servitude is in actual fact what the reason is. Servitude. Now, a servitude is a piece of land which belongs to the municipality, and there would normally be pipes and parks and all sorts of municipal items on that piece of land. Referring to the building regulation, why would the proposed site plan not be approved? If you scan here, you're going to find that everything is perfect except the new storeroom, which is slightly over the building line. Everything should be within the building line, and that is the reason why. So we are going to write the storeroom, over the building line. Okay, storeroom over the building line. You can just shorten the sentence like that. And then number 18, in this space below provided here, which is there, determine the length of the electric security fence in meters. Very important. So you got to look at the entire fence. So I want to just zoom out a little bit. So there's the fence. It's right around, right? But of course there's a little gap here where there's going to be no fencing. So you've got to add all of these and subtract that there. And that you're going to find here in your boundary lengths, because that's where it's given. So you will have A to B and what the length is. So I'm going to write all of these down, and I'm going to add my comma, which is going to have 3 spaces behind, and that will immediately convert it to meters. So I'm going to write it in the space here, and then I'm going to subtract the opening, and there I will find my answer. Let's do that quickly. And that is my answer that I get there. So I've taken everything around 2 sides, 2 long sides and 2 short ones. They are the same. I could have said 2 times that and 2 times that to given me the same answer, 381.138. Then I took that there and put it on top and minus the opening, which is 12, and I got 369.138. That is my answer to question number 18. Let's go to question number 19, where they ask in the space below, provided, determine the combined total area of all the proposed buildings in square meters. So what you need to do is you need to find one of the units, and you multiply it 9 times because there are 9 units in here. So find 1 unit square meter and times that by the amount of units, which would be 9. So let's do that in the space provided there. So to put everything into perspective, I've redrawn that 1 unit, and I have added that part there to make it a rectangular shape. This side is 20 meters, that side is 12.4 meters. Then the little space here which I've marked B, this is A. B is 4 meters by 4 meters. That's the part that should not be there, that should be subtracted from this. Then the one thing that I need to add as well is the new storeroom. There's only one of it, and that's a 12 by 8 storeroom, which is C. So I took A and I calculated the whole, which is 20 times 12.4, and that gives me 248 meters squared. That's the whole thing. And then I calculated the area of the small part there, which should be taken away, which is B. 4 times 4, that's 16 square meters. And then I've calculated C, which is the storeroom, 12 by 8. 12 times 8 is 96 square meters. Then I need to subtract the B from the A, which basically means that I've taken the 248 minus the 16, and that gives me 232 square meters. And then, because this is now the size of one of the units, I have to times that by 9, because there are 9 units, and that gives me 2088 square meters. And then I have to add only one storeroom, which is the 96 square meters, added to that, which gives me 2184 meters squared that you see here. So that's where I added, and that's my final answer. And then the last question here, in the space provided, draw the front and the top view of a graphic symbols according to SANS 10143 of a bidet. So it is very easy. We've done this in our notes. You start with a plan view, which is a square or a rectangle like that, and another one inside, and a little trap there. Then right above, you're going to have that part there as the top, and which refers to this bigger square or rectangle, and that there refers to the smaller one. You're going to get half a mark for that, half a mark for that shape there, half a mark for this whole thing here, half a mark for that, half a mark for the trap, and half a mark basically for drawing it freehand. And that would give you the total marks of 3 that you will have here in the side. Okay, and that concludes this particular analytical question.